media, where we help you to market even better. And, as you can see in the background, I've got my little friend. I'll just move this way. I found this photo on Pexels. So, today's marketing pulse is really about, blogs and your website and putting some content out there. When I say blogs and website, I mean more written content. You can embed a video or photo. And Pexels is a great place where you can connect with creators and find royalty-free images that you can use for free. So head on down to Pexels. That's PXELS.com. I've put the details of the person who took this photo. His name's Sable Blank. If you run a search, you'll be able to find his photo on pexels.com. So that's another resource that I highly recommend that you can tap into in utilizing for your blogs and your website or any other content that you want to make. It's all about how do you get a blog created. How do you create a blog that's going to be purposeful and so forth. In today's stream, what I thought I might cover on Australia Day is how do you avoid those mistakes when you are blogging? What are some of the key things not to do or not to ignore when you are blogging? So in terms of when you start writing, these are some things that you can keep in mind. Keep in mind, today we are streaming across Twitter, YouTube, LinkedIn, Dailymotion, Facebook, and more. So if you're joining us on any of those social streams, I would really appreciate a like. I would appreciate you sharing this on your stream or with your friends, family, colleagues, if you think they would gain some benefit out of it. What we like to do through these videos is really add some value to your marketing process, your sales process, to help you to market even better. So what we're going to go into today is what not to do when you're blogging, when you're updating your blogs and so forth. So one thing not to do is to ignore your audience. So one of the biggest mistakes is when you are writing, you ignore your target audience and you just put out content. You might just go to ChatGPT. I'm not saying don't use ChatGPT. I always encourage customers to leverage technology to your advantage. However, if you just blurt something out from ChatGPT without really tailoring it to your target audience, then there is a problem because you're not going to be able to resonate with your target audience. And how would you feel on the other side of it? You're reading it and you're interested in this product, but then it doesn't really, it talks about someone that's a little bit different than you, and you're like, well, I don't relate to this. Why am I going to go and buy this? Even though I like the product, maybe it's not for me, and if it doesn't resonate, it's going to lead to users kind of being drawn away from it sometimes. So if you want to build that loyalty, and readership, and retain those customers from coming back and reading your posts, really don't ignore your audience. Think of it clearly. When you're putting in your prompts into ChatGPT, make sure you include who your audience is, so even the AI is able to pick up on that and provide some information that's going to be it's going to resonate with that audience. And if it doesn't, when you get with the prompt back, make sure you tailor it. Make sure you go and update that content. ChatGPT isn't the final draft, right? You are the person who is going to be tailoring that content to suit your product or service for your customers, so they actually resonate with it. The other thing to keep in mind is SEO. SEO is very important. So if you're not including some of those keywords in in the titles, in the text, search engines will not really, you won't be able to optimize your content for search engines. So it's important to embed those keywords. Make sure those keywords are embedded in your blog, in the titles, in terms of for it to be found, in terms of for it to be visible online to your audience. So in the titles, meta tag, descriptions, and so forth. Make sure you include when you're writing your blog that it is mobile friendly. So that also goes into the technology, and keep these things in mind, right? Keep these in the back of your mind when you're writing your post. So having a list of keywords that you are typically using in terms of optimizing your SEO is really important. Including those in your titles and meta tags is really important as well. So also one thing about posting, one thing about any of this stuff, any of the marketing that you do, it's got to be consistent. Some customers come to me and they go, I want to start social media posting. And I go, are you going to do it regularly? If not, don't bother, because it's going to look even worse when you've posted 6 months ago and then you're posting again. Now, if you're going to post every 6 months, maybe that might work for you, and it might be your type of business where you go off into the Antarctic and go fishing of some sort in the Antarctic. I don't know if you're allowed to fish in the Antarctic, and then you come back every 6 months, and that's the only time you've got mobile range. Well, great, that might work. However, if you are going to start blogging, make it consistent. Make it once a week. Make it, we encourage you to blog once a week because we've got a timetable, right? We've got a process. Every day you do something different. And on Fridays, we encourage you to do a blog post, an update to your website, check your website, plugins and all that kind of stuff. If you want to add content to your website, this is the day to do it, right? On a Friday. On Australia Day. It doesn't matter what public holiday there is, get in there, do it, get out of there, right? So if you're writing a blog, do it on a Friday. Can be on a Monday if you want to choose to do it on a Monday. Do it once a week. If you want to do it twice a week, 3 times a week, go for it. If you've got that capacity, if you've got someone in your business who can do that, that's even better, right? You're able to engage your audience a little bit more. Your content's visible more, but at a minimum, do it once a week and keep that consistency of posting regularly. Don't be insisting. Don't post, the 14th of the month, and then the next month it's going to be the 20th, and then the next month you don't do one, and then it's Christmas time, and you decide, I'm going to have a bit of a holiday. I'm not going to post at all on my holiday. Make sure it's consistent. If you can't do it, get someone in your business. Hire someone. Hire a virtual assistant who's going to support you to make this happen, right? So to be able to, your customers need to see you. They need to feel you're there. They need to be able to know that you're there to help them, that you're there to support them. And if you're not frequently visible in terms of touch points and in terms of being able to be seen, heard, in terms of your blogs read, then there's an inconsistency. In a sense, there's incongruency, right? Because you want to be predictable in this sense. You want to be predictable in the sense, hey, I know that Harsh is going to be there every day doing a live video. I know that John's going to be there posting every week, or I know that Felicity is going to be sending out a podcast every Monday, no matter if it rain, hails, or shines. And customers will go, oh, look, I'm going to look forward to seeing that next post or that next blog or that next podcast because I really enjoyed the last one. And after a few times, natural consequence of this is they're going to go, well, how do I get more value out of this? Maybe I need to subscribe to John's service. Maybe I can get him in my business and start to get a few things done around my website or around my podcasting, or whatever it is, whatever product or service that you offer. Whether Felicity can really support me in being mentored a little bit more in how I do my business operations or so forth. So again, keep that consistency. So the things we covered today in today's live stream on Australia Day is don't ignore your audience. Make sure you cover your SEO. Make sure you have those keywords embedded in your titles, meta tags, and make sure it's consistent. Make sure your posting is consistent. So thanks for joining me today. My name is Harsha. I'm from Cindog Media, where we help you to market even better. If you want to contact me, my contact details are right here. contact@cindogmedia.com is the email address. You can phone, SMS me on +61 426 794 189. If you're in Australia, it's just 0426 794 189. Or you can just come to our website, cindogmedia.com, and send me a message directly from the website, where I will get a message on Lead Connector and I'll be able to respond to you. So thanks for joining in today. Have a wonderful Australia Day, whatever you're doing. If you're from around the world, have a wonderful Friday or Saturday or whatever day it is, depending on your time zone. Or it could even be Thursday. So I look forward to catching you on the marketing pulses. So make sure you join in. Those will be continuing throughout the week. Today's one is doing a blog post or updating your updating your website. So make sure you get in and do that. Doesn't matter if it's a public holiday, get in, do that, update your website so your plugin's updated. Make sure you put in a blog, and I'll catch you on the next live stream.